Titanium white dream state. What does this look like? I bet it looks ugly. Where is he? Oh my word. It is ugly. I like it. That's really ugly. My car could give someone a seizure, I'm not gonna lie. Wait, can you see my car in the main menu? It's like the insane color one. Fuck. Bro, it's crazy.
The Octane.
No, I'm in a Fennec. Oh, hold on. I'll change to a really weird car. I'm in the Breakout. So can you see a weird looking Breakout? Look at this decal. Damn it. All right, kick everyone. Gotta see the decal.
How many people do I reckon I have to kick?
Actually, you know what I can do? Right before the game ends, I'm gonna join the winning team. All right, and then you'll see my car. Yeah. You'll see my car in the background.
There will be no issues with this.
No, it will be fine. Actually, it's probably gonna fuck up their like points thing, but still.
I remember Joekimbo's full team name.
Do you want me to look? Bear with pin messages. Joekimbo is Joekimbo and the Miraculously Majestic Masters of Mayhem. Did you get that? I don't know if you're live properly, Tim.
I can see chat.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, it's really bugged for me. It says you're offline, but I can also see chat. Are you sure you're live and it's not just offline chat? Because it very much says offline in the top right corner on the website.
It's showing online on my phone stream.
What the hell? I have a fake stream up. Yeah. I'm going crazy. It is live. You're so right. You know what? In that name tier list, Swazonic Grommet is a fucking sick name, and I think they got robbed.
That is way loud. Yeah. Can you speak again?
Hello.
There you go. That should be better. Slightly more.
Swazonic Grommet should have been S, in my opinion. I think that's one of the best names I've ever seen in CaSRLL history. And Make a Whiff Foundation is like a shitty pun, and you know, Creator of Gorbert, yeah, another goated name, by the way.
I've forgotten the name of Joe's team again.
It's okay, just leave it as Joe. It's better than their team name. It's not bad. It's just a pun. I'm sorry. S tier names, I think, Nelson. They gotta be like once in a lifetime names. Unless Swazonic Grommet comes from something or if it's a reference.
It is a reference to something.
Oh, then I don't care. Never mind. It's shit. I thought they cooked up Swazonic Grommet themselves.
It's a video of Swazonic Grommet playing football.
That is disappointing. Who are we? Are we all gonna hate Watch Lost? I'm down with that.
Yeah. He did beat me in the rally game yesterday, so.
Did he? He's
Yeah.
also using quite possibly the ugliest car decal I've ever seen in my life.
Go on.
It's the Welsh flag
Oh,
decal,
right.
like, yeah. Laza, not to rank check the tier 1s, but Laza has recently grinded up to the big old 1300 C3 and 3s, so I'd watch out for him today.
Would you like to know where my rank is currently at in degrees?
Can I guess?
Yes.
Have you played this season?
Yes. I had a couple of
Like how much? Like you've done your
like
placements?
more than I usually play.
Did you? Fuck, bro, I have my camera on Laza cam, and he like spams his camera. Getting kind of car sick. I'm going back to director. Okay, you played more than last season. You played last season too.
Yeah. However, I will temper expectations by saying I played a lot with Louis.
Right. Diamond 2.
Close. Diamond 1.
Diamond 1. It's not bad, you know?
It's pretty bad. I'm
not bad.
hurtling drastically towards plat.
Tim, you can't get out of plat, man.
I know.
I'm sorry. That's kind of crazy. Don't, like, are you playing against people who, like, just spawned in to Rocket League at this point?
So, like, we had a 3 session, me, Louis, and Daz, right? And Louis is what was, I say, champ 2 at the start of the session. And Daz was champ 1. So we weren't playing against, like, massively high-rated people. We went 3 and 14.
It's not great. It's not great.
It's not great.
Yeah, that's pretty negative. What is that? That's like minus.
It was
like
about minus 100,
110
yeah.
MMR? Yeah.
100 and something MMR, yeah.
Yeah, 107. I won't lie, Tim. I have gotten GC before playing mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, see, unfortunately, no, I'm not very good at video games. It's a well-documented phenomena at this point.
Actually, to be fair, me, Brian, and Speech had a session the other day where we went like 0 and 13, and we weren't playing in high-level lobbies. Like I'm like I don't know. I think at the start of the season I was like champ 2 in 3s, and Brian was like champ 1. So we were playing in like 1500 lobbies, and we were just getting shat on.
It wasn't quite that bad, cool. It was 8 goals in 12 games. Thing.
Oof. It's not great.
And then the game we finished on, we won like 8-1 because we
5 goals in 17 games.
It wasn't quite that bad. But yeah, we just seemed to be getting like a very similar level of opponents for the entire losing streak, which wasn't very helpful because we weren't beating the opponents anyway. And then it got to the final game we played. The quality of opposition just went off a cliff, and we won 8-1. So
maybe we should play some 3s together too.
Yeah.
Try that.
You'll have access to the fucking Gorbit account or whatever it is. Or is that your main?
They're all. I only have ever played CaSRLL on my main. I just name change it all the time.
Okay.
I don't think I have a. I could make a new account and I would spawn in Diamond. I think. Like I think that's where you start, right?
You're not starting Gold.
I can't imagine it would take me that long.
I guess it depends on your placements, but.
Yeah.
2 and 8, bullied by the ops. Yeah, real, honestly. Yeah, in that 3 and 14 session was a 9-game losing run. Where both me and Daz were just like.
It's because you're a 2s player at heart.
I'm not a 2s player at heart. I cannot play 2s.
You're like 2.2k consistently in 2s.
Yeah, true. There was a guy who we kept coming up against called Lorksy, i.e. Morty with an L. Who was something like, I think 1700 in 2s.
It's not bad.
But
That
like,
could have been actual Moxie. He doesn't play 2s.
he was just over 1k in 3s.
Ah.
So we just kept getting bullied by him
Yeah.
because he's 1700 basically.
I mean, if you don't play 3s for long enough, 3s is like the only one that the rank will just go down if you don't play it. Like 2s and 1s, it stays for some reason. But like, I don't know. I didn't play 3s on like one of my accounts for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 seasons, and I just started like champ 1. None of my other accounts do that, so I think you can get a lot of like weird matchups.
Yeah, the thing was though, he wasn't even like, I don't even think it was a Smurf. I think that was just his main, because like he was high ranked in 2s.
Yeah.
He just doesn't play
probably.
3s.
That's what I mean. Like on my main, like it would also decay. So I think I'm only like, I don't know. Started this season, I was like C2 in 3s, I think.
If it helps, I decided to solo queue some 3s earlier in Diamond 1, and went like 3 and 3 or something like that. And I was like, okay, well, guess I'm in Diamond 1. That was a good challenge by Chris.
That was. I think it was also a very bad challenge by Tube, who drove in front of the ball.
That too.
So he could 50 with his back wheel.
I think it can be both.
Noah, stop ducking us. I said I could play tonight. I did. I have the thing. I said I could play tonight. You were in the chat. I have chat evidence. I can also play tomorrow, Will. Can you play tomorrow? No, you can't.
When's your match meant to happen?
Well, it was supposed to happen last week, but then it was scheduled in a time I couldn't do, even though I did say I could do it at the start, so that was on me. I hold my hands up. I hold my hands up and say that one was my fault. This week, though, the only time my whole team can play is tonight or Saturday evening, and I say our whole team can play Saturday evening, but I'm not doing a CaSRLL series on Saturday evening, man. That's crazy. Especially not bank holiday Saturday. You're asking too much.
I forgot the crossbar sounds went on.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do agree. Saturday evening is not a CaSRLL time. I'm surprised there's been so many Sunday matches, and like
I would do like a Sunday day maybe. Yeah. I just don't know. Any weekend evening, I feel like it's just not CaSRLL time. Not for me.
What's your opinion on Friday evening CaSRLL?
Also iffy.
Yeah.
I know. I guess I get a lot of people that go to the uni or whatever, or have different employment schedules, but like I have a 9 to 5, man. I got my 2 days off. I'm not playing CaSRLL one of the evenings before.
I do not have a 9 to 5, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Iserto is one of my tier 3s. He's in uni, man, and the hours he's put in, it's like crazy.
Iserto's schedule is fucked.
It's any time between like 6 p.m. till 6 a.m. It's fine for him. Specifically that way. Not in the daytime hours, but like the nighttime hours. This is looking like a bit of a diff.
It is. Joekimbo's marvelous creations, I don't know.
Yeah, Tube really got that. It's like marvelous Mayhem something. Look at that. They're going crazy, man. What the hell am I watching? You could almost count that as a pre-jump, I would say.
It is the old Dazzle Alex sleep schedule. Oh, never mind. Where are you at?
Yeah, our when to meet is like so cursed. Because it's just all green from somebody. How the hell did Laza get this title, by the way?
He was the sub for Keel, I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
Knew it. Substitute. Typical.
I think. I don't think it was any other team. So.
Well, I'm just gonna say this. There's no way he played. I'll tell you that much. I was watching the CRL Worlds. He was not there. He was not in the US.
True.
I'm keeping up the Loza hate watch for whoever wanted the Loza hate watch.
Clearo was on the Loza hate watch.
Yeah, that's for him. This one's for you, Clearo.
God!
Oh.
Never mind,
he has scored 2 though.
That was a nice clang goal as well. God! There's a bit of a delay on the clang I've got on, so you see it hit the post and you sort of have to mentally prepare yourself for being yelled at. You know.
Which one are you using today?
I'm still using Chupo yelling clang.
Oh,
I think it's quite
that's
funny.
He has to hit that. Oh, okay, right back. I still don't understand how I find view scoreboard as a spectator. Like I've never been able to do it. I don't know where the bind is to fix it either. It's really annoying.
Is it not just the same one as when you play it in game?
Yeah, but my controller's not next to me.
Oh, okay. See, mine is next to me.
It's also unplugged right now.
Pretty exclusive for that reason.
Yeah, so I gotta figure out how to do it on KBM, but KBM I swear it's tab, but not for me. Alright, well the Joekimbo and Co have brought it back. Oh wait, no, other way around. Loza and Co brought it back.
Loza and Co brought it back.
Well, that was a bad touch.
An interesting touch.
Okay, that's there.
Double demo.
Also, I've just realized something. God! Oh, okay, I fixed it. I'd hidden the boost value, I just couldn't see the boost or the scoreboard or anything.
Oh, right.
Well, ruined the last goal, but well done, Team Loza.
Right, there was a really loud clang, sort of went off as the goal went in.
You know, Tim, Psyonix works so hard to add in those sound effects for you.
Yeah.
And you just override them. Like, you don't even care.
I will say, it is the best thing they've added in, like, years.
Is it specifically because you can change the sound for them?
Yes. I mean, also,
I'm pretty sure you can do that with anything.
God! But it was never a thing before, right? Like, there was no...
Oh, no, there is no goalpost sound, but you could change, like, the boost sound or stand-up, or, like, the car hitting a wall sound. I don't know how, but I'm sure it was possible.
Beach, how do you know there are currently 105 people in your game?
I think it's like pure gym or something like that. He's also Will is very tactfully like working in here that he goes to the gym. By the way, guys. Actually, Will goes to the gym. 105 people in his gym. Oh, fuck my life.
Yeah, I do agree with Core. The dings that land were very funny.
Background players. I went to the gym today, Will, and it was also busy. We're the same. Wait, so you're not playing the series? Where you're just dipping? Where are you going? Has Jules not messaged you back, Will?
I think 736 won that one, right?
Loza's team. I don't know which one that is.
Yeah, 736.
Yeah, they scored like 2-second winner, and neither of us reacted at all.
Also, no, I do know Isodo is in fact awake because he drafted some Pokemon earlier, so he's definitely awake.
I think it might be on our fearless captain for this one. Well, and also me, because I did only fill up the one to meet today.
Huh. Yeah, that is a bit of an issue.
I wasn't really around much over the weekend.
You do anything
and
fun?
I logged in on Discord and I had like 7 pings for it to fill out the window meet. I had Friday off, and then I went clubbing on Saturday, and then I just completely bed rotted on Sunday because I got home at like 6. So I was really hungover.
Bed maxed, you know.
Yeah. Prime bed maxing. All right, Lazo, let's see it. Cross country. Yeah. You know what? I like it. Effective.
That was, you know what? It's got him into a decent position.
Well, not really now, because
yeah.
now tier 1 is in their half.
God!
Oh my god, what a save.
It was a really good save.
Did you see that?
I did. I also heard bang and then another clang.
If Tube left that, I'm pretty sure it was a goal. That's all I'll say.
All of Joekimbo team decided they didn't actually want to go for that ball.
Oh well, that's just beautiful. That's got no. Never mind.
It's all right. That was a difficult touch. Good.
Sometimes the way Laza jumps off the wall, like you can tell he doesn't play much anymore, man. Like you can tell his brain is trying to do like what it used to, and it's just not working anymore, you know.
The thoughts there, but the execution is not.
Yeah,
there.
like he knows like mechanically he should pre-drink, right? Or he should flip off the wall. I read speech typing drunk in the chat when I was saying pre. Anyways, he knows he should pre-flip, but like his fingers don't do it right anymore.
It's fine, bundled that one in though, so it's alright, all given.
That is true, I did shed a light in Fool's eyes. I barely even remember it.
Why would you do that now?
Fun.
Fair enough.
When I'm not around, well, yeah, I'm outdoors doing things well. Having
kind of outdoor
adventures.
things do you do?
But mainly drinking and getting high, years
okay.
right, but...
Never mind.
I do, I play 5-a-side sometimes. Very rarely. I go to the gym, what else do I do? Go to the office. It's really mainly drinking though, I'd say.
That's fair.
Yeah. Start to have hobbies nowadays, man.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm going out, I basically either walking across my road to go to uni, or going climbing. Or going walking. I went walking on Saturday.
Where'd you walk?
I went to a town near to where I live called Ilkley, and then went up on the moors.
Nice. I like it. This is a goal, by the way. I'm sensing the future. Never mind. I think Joe should have scored that to make my prophecy come true.
I think walking's a hobby.
Walking is for sure a hobby. Like if you're going like hiking,
yeah,
right? You would never say hiking's not a hobby. And like walking is just like hiking but a little smaller.
What I'm basically doing is like hiking, but like high.
Yeah, like if you're going on like a day-long walk somewhere, like how would you not say that's a hobby?
Like it was like a 4-hour-long walk. I would say that's.
No, there's difference. Like, okay, if you're walking, I don't know, 30 minutes to go to a pub somewhere.
Yeah.
That's just walking around. But if you're like, get up early, go travel somewhere else to walk around, specifically to walk, like, that's walking.
Yes. That's what
Walking is your hobby, then you only go to the gym and play Rocket League well, and then also go to Nando's.
Also, I am very boring.
Yeah, but I'm not taking the slander from Will here. He's he's also boring. Just e-scoot. That's kind of against the purpose, I think, Will. God! And yeah, no hitting on Tim. That in and out save was crazy. Saved the game. Who is the least boring in the league? That's a good question. God! Who like is like the most socially active or like riveting person?
I was gonna say Mike, but Mike's not in the league, so not Mike.
I don't think I know enough people personally, like to make a judgment.
Who's saying player? Who?
Oh, that's just here. We have a I feel like no offense to Shogun, but that is like a really boring thing, no? Like it's kind of cool.
I was gonna say I definitely wouldn't say
like,
Shogun is the most interesting person.
I definitely don't think it brings in like day-to-day interest, right? Like maybe once every 3 months when there's a LAN, cool. I just think people who have like very active social lives and a lot of hobbies would count, but I don't know if you're gonna find any of those in here either.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah,
I would say
R squared's kind of interesting.
R squared's good because he traveled, but also weird one, Psycho, because Psycho's always traveling around to go coach other teams, but then he is coaching Rocket League, so it's like, you know, swings and roundabouts.
Swings and roundabouts.
Yeah. I thought that was an own goal for some reason. I keep watching the game from your stream.
Who the fuck is in this league?
I would say anyone who went to Landon is probably immediately ruled out of being the most interesting person in the league. Like just... Nathan. Nathan's a good one.
I don't know what Nathan does except for play FM and drink.
Bro, that's so interesting though. Have you ever heard him talk? You ever heard him talk about fucking Reading Football Club? Oh my god, the passion this boy has. He's at a cool uni. I don't know what he studies because I haven't talked to him since he left. Getting stoned all the time. I respect it. Yeah, have you got Tim and Core? Do you know the story about how Will met Nathan and how long they've been friends for? Do you know this?
I'm like partially aware of it.
Will like full on groomed him.
I was gonna say they met whilst Nathan was very much underage, right?
Okay, so Nathan was like, and Will, correct me if I say anything wrong here, but I'm pretty sure I know it, but Will was playing like a threes tournament or some shit. Musty was in this tournament, by the way. Just needs to be known. Nathan is 13. God! And Will is what? Nathan's like 18 now. Will was like 17 or 18 or something like that. Anyway, they played this threes tournament together, and you'd think that would be that when Will learned how old he was. No, they've been friends ever since, right? To this day. Still friends. Yeah, 17 and 13. Is that a problematic age gap? What do we think? Well, I'm sorry. I cut it down to make it more interesting, Will. That's something you could work on when you're telling your stories.
It's like the news, you know? The news is the important part, but you
I
can
feel
just
like
make it more interesting.
I feel like I covered the important bits, like age difference. He was 13, you were 17. The tournament had Musty in it somehow. And you're still friends. And that's it, right? That covers everything. So he was 15 when he first admitted his age. That's still underage, Will. You should have said 3 years. That would make more sense.
Also, I've known Nathan like at least a little bit since probably he was 15 or 16.
We met. Didn't we met? I met Nathan for the first time when he was 17.
Was that London 2?
1, I think. Or maybe, yeah, 2, sorry. I always forget there was 1 before I played Rocket League.
Yeah, that was also the first time I met Nathan, I think. And he couldn't
Yeah,
drink
Nathan
because
was
he
17 then. Yeah. He would still drink, he just couldn't go to the pub, it was really sad.
Yeah, true. He couldn't... Also, speaking of people who couldn't get into pubs, Core couldn't get into a pub because they didn't accept his Irish ID. It was very funny. It's a funny story. It's a very funny story. They were scanning, they were doing like ID scans at the door, and they just didn't accept his ID because it was Irish.
This is looking like
I
end
thought
of this series, by the way.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be the other way, and then
big
it
Loza mode.
wasn't. Loza fun. His 70 games of ranked really showed up. You know?
I mean, did you see that? Did you see that little jump into the wall there? That's not a C3 play, if you ask me. This guy's shooting up the ranks. Never mind, he's mid passing. Yeah, that's game. Little doink. Okay, I'm gonna join the team this time so you can see my card decal. Because there's no way it's gonna matter. I'm gonna join quickly and then I'm gonna drive around a little bit. So just go on my camera, all right?
Okay.
After kickoff. Look at this decal.
Oh.
It's fucking freaky.
That is an interesting decal.
I just packed this, guys. All right, back to spectating. I took one small pad from back left, actually, so if they get scored on here, they can blame that. Also, notice how I joined the orange team, so when this goes into ball chasing, it's gonna up my win rate.
True.
Yeah.
Anyone got auto upload replays on?
I have no clue.
Loza does, surely. Surely Loza does.
I want the points. I highly doubt Loza does. It seems way too serious for Loza to. Do you have him on, Tim?
No. I don't think I've ever logged into ball chasing. Speech was really adamant about that.
Yeah, he was pissed off about that. 2! One more for the road. Oh, where we go, Loza? Aji. Are we going quick to the next one?
I don't think so.
Started?
I think they've started, and I think Shogun's streaming it. I mean, we could, but I assume they've started. Can someone go and watch Shogun's stream to check? I kind of just made peace that we weren't doing it, and they would just be Shogun's channel.
Yeah. They're doing it. They won one game so far. I don't know how many more they've got.
Go and interview.
Yeah, probably.
Hello.
Hello.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Look close for the first 3 games, and then final game, the floodgates open.
They just kept getting more aggressive each time, and we were sitting back too much.
Your opinions on Loza being washed?
It
was alright.
He definitely played like he was washed in the first game.
Yeah. I think maybe it took him a while to, warm up.
Warm up into it. He needed 73 games. Yeah.
He's definitely less washed than he was last season.
Yeah, true. I mean, that's not hard, I think.
You did run across Alaza, who's been grinding 3s. So it's not even on you guys, really. The goat's coming back.
Yeah.
Did you guys see my car decal when I joined the other team quickly, or did you not?
You saw your car, didn't see the decal.
Oh, okay. It's crazy, man. It's a really good decal.
See it. You can see it on
Is
stream
that why you
now.
joined,
If
just
you...
to show up?
You can actually, yeah. That is why I joined. I thought, you know what, 5-1, like 10 seconds, probably not going to affect it too much. Also, I got some ball chasing stats out of it if anyone uploads it, so that works too. Where'd your tier 1? Wait, who left? Where'd Joe go?
I just have to do.
Oh, I was hoping for a Joe rage quit.
Nah, I didn't.
Right. We have another one after this, right, Tim?
I don't think so.
A 9 o'clock one?
No, the 9
It's
o'clock one was the
supposed to be
Shogun one that got
the-
moved.
Arrow.
Well,
think-
Ted's doing an event, BC.
I think this is the only one we have to do tonight. I'm gonna
Yeah.
check.
It's meant to be
There you
8
go.
tonight, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
should we go
Shogun's-
interview the
doing
winners.
Yeah, we should go into GG's.
GG's.
Good luck with your next series, whenever that may be.
You.
Dink donk.
You ready, guys?
Hello.
Ready. 1, 2, 3. Okay. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the quiet jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Woo! Yeah! Let's go!
Very well done.
Thank you.
Holy shit.
We're going
Can I get a core? Give them a +1 win. Give them a +1 win for that. That's extra.
That means
That's
a
an
lot.
extra series placement, I think.
Thank you.
Bump them up in the naming tier list now.
Yeah, that's all I really care about.
I'm pissed about the naming tier list, actually. I'm sorry. I could agree with most of the ones before this season. But this season, they have had a fucking nightmare, that's all I'll say.
Have you got any
By
specific
there,
highlights
I was gonna say,
or-
and by there you mean core.
Yes, I do. I've got it. Okay. So, firstly, Swazonic Grommet should be higher. I like
Disagree.
it, although
Great.
I'm gonna just say, did not know that it was from a meme, which puts it down a little bit in my book. I thought they actually cooked up Swazonic Grommet themselves, and I love that one. Make-A-Wish Foundation. Is it that good? Is it
Yes.
an S tier name?
I think it
really?
is.
Really?
I think it's high A.
If they can beat the Googling allegations, because it feels like something that either ChatGPT or Google would have given.
I mean,
That's so true.
look, I'm just gonna some of course S tier names. I have some opinions, like Team D's for season 1, like.
Okay, but that was funny because it was 3 people whose names started with D and ended Z.
It was generational. We had to use it.
It was Drums,
The
Demox,
only-
and Daz. So you know.
Unreal opportunity. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. There's just so bit like. Also, I don't get why China United moves around in scores. Because like it should be the same, right? It should be the same each time, but it actually
what if
doesn't. In
it's-
season 3, it went up a bit.
What
It
if it's
actually-
based on like the nicknames of that season? Like, what if the ranks are based on the nicknames of that season rather than just like? That's
Well,
not...
that-
Personally,
That's crazy,
okay, that does make
myself.
sense. That does make sense.
Okay, never mind.
separate
Core didn't
point,
even
I
notice.
think-
Never mind. It wasn't intentional.
I think China United should be going down each season, and then like around season 13 it's gonna peak again, and then it keeps going down because like it gets shit after a while. But then it's kind of funny if they keep doing it for ages, but then it gets boring again, right? That's my opinion. So right now,
Can I get the reasoning, sorry, behind the season 2 S tier name? Drumzors.
That was
really
not
like
that was not us. That was me, Core, and Jekka, but we named ourselves Drumzors, Bilgeby, and Terziak.
Oh, that's so much worse. That's so much worse.
No, that's way
It
better.
was- I thought it was Drumzors, Bilge, and Turs, and I thought that would be way funnier. If
Well, they
no,
were a
that.
team though, but they were a different team.
They were a different team. We played against them. We had the Drumzors, Bilgeby, and Terziak derby.
Interesting.
I would think the only
Everyone is mental. That's true.
like I'm just looking at the S tier names, and they just don't all look like S tier names to me. That's just.
Noah, can you give
it's
me
just
some of your S tier names, please?
Okay, I will exclude my own because I think all of mine are S tier names,
Okay.
but that's just me. Oh, there's a lot of names.
There's a lot of names.
Swazon Gromit could be. I'm gonna say Team Orange was good because they always have to play on blue team, but that was kind of like part of it. I will say the Princey no character name I do like.
Yeah, that is funny.
Noah, do you ever run out of things to complain about? I just think you're
You're
wrong
just naming
a
all
lot,
my
Core.
teams at this point.
Yeah, I just think Core is you're wrong all the time, and you're the one who just happens to also always be in Twitch chat when I'm complaining, right? Here's a good name. Are there any underrated names? Are there any really low names that should be better? It's because he's the only one ever in chit true.
I like Orange Kit Kat. It's kind of got aura.
I like Steady on Granda from season 4 B tier. That one's good.
That was actually quite funny.
That one's good. I like that.
I think Snapped, Crackled, and Popped is underrated. C tier for that.
Yeah, I
Mickey
can see
Mouse
that.
runs a Viagra factory. Why is that not higher? That's kind of funny.
No, it's so overcooked.
I think Joe the Pro fan club is pretty good.
Very sure it's
Okay.
fun.
Okay,
I was
which
on my
names-
team and I didn't want that name.
Exactly, that's why it's good.
That's what's good.
Which names do you think are too high? I think there's a lot that are too high.
Mhm.
Well, like
You just hate every name.
I just think these like 1-800 D's nuts is A tier. It's A tier. A tier Core. That's insane.
This guy just loves
Punk
these
shit,
nuts.
also not funny.
What can you say? Team D's
You do
S tier?
love these nuts, yeah. How
I
old
thought
are
you
you,
did.
Core? Are you like 28? Fucking get over it. It was 2012 now.
28.
Yeah, how old is Core?
I want to
like-
say 26.
Oh, 456?
No, he's like a year
Nine-
older than me.
56?
24.
Is it?
Yeah.
24. Oh my god, Gore's younger than me. Holy shit.
Wow.
Alright, this
Oh,
is
that's
too
crazy.
easy for Twitch chat. This is I can't even do this in Twitch chat. Let's get into it.
Toast brackets as part of a actually that one's fine.
That was
The
good. 'cause-
just the Mercedes fucking car name is not a good name. It's
Oh,
not.
that was a good
That-
name.
That was kind of funny. The Mercedes one was kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think that just finding something really long and not like a team name is inherently funny. Like we're 5 seasons in at that point.
But it
you know?
is
Maybe
inherently
season
funny
one.
because it was fourth
Corey's
place.
28. Who said I was 28? Huh?
I thought you were 28.
No, you're so wrong.
I'm
You
so-
sound
oh,
28.
wow.
Sound 28.
I'm
Hey,
not
you're
that
in?
close to 30, buddy. Not yet. I'm the same age as Tim, believe. Tim's actually older than me.
Me and
Yeah.
Will are both older than you.
That's
We're-
wild. That's.
Yeah.
Are you, what are you, like 26, 27?
I'm 25.
I'm 25 too.
Oh,
You just said you're
Same age then.
24.
someone just said you're 24.
I lied.
Yeah. When's your birthday?
Mine's the 15th of February.
Ooh, close
Well,
to you
close
now.
enough.
That is close to me. I am older
it-
than you though. By,
what's-
by 15
Oh.
days.
When's your birthday now?
Oh, so
January
Tim's older than
30th.
you as well.
Yeah, I want
Tim's ancient.
I didn't even get a birthday shout out by this fucking casserole.
birthday question.
You know that
When's
you
your-
know that
when's your
Brian
birthday?
and Speech have the same birthday.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
It was like
I just not told you that yet.
2 Mondays ago.
Oh.
Last
Happy
Monday.
birthday.
last Monday, some amount of Monday.
I blame Noah because he's like the only Noah and Nathan. They're like the only people that might have known. So I blame them too much. They're
Well,
bad
and
friends.
Fraser probably. Brian,
He was too busy
probably.
flashbanging you at 4 a.m. and forgot your birthday. That's unfortunate.
He giggled as well. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised. What else would
Yeah.
he be doing? Of the shining a light in your eyes. I
Well,
would be worried if he didn't know.
I had to walk through their room to get to the toilet, but I could have probably done it in the dark or quieter. But you know, what are you gonna do that for? They all went to bed really early.
Because I'm just, you see,
3
the
o'clock.
image, I don't want the truth because you're going to ruin it, but the image I have in my head is like that picture of Nathan on the floor, and that was speech. And you like stepped over him and like crouched down just to shine it in his eyes and then continued on to the bathroom. That's
I'll
the
let you-
image I have in my
You
head.
can keep that in your head. That wasn't
Yeah,
quite how it went, but you can have it.
No, but I don't want to know because that's I think the way I have it in my head is probably funnier than what actually happened.
Hypothetically, if he was all warm and snuggled into bed with pads, actually,
Oh,
pads isn't even here. Yeah, he was all warm and snuggled into bed, and I walked out of my way to go over next to him. To
Okay,
shine
no,
a
that
light
might
on my
be funnier.
face.
That you ruined his like safe haven.
That's closer.
You
to what
invaded his
happened.
safe space.
And
Yeah.
also, half an hour earlier, I did let him in the door because he couldn't fucking open it with the key.
That is true. I was stuck.
Absolute
it's-
nightmare, this guy.
That's not even my fault. The door was sticky.
Sticky door.
Actually, I got stuck in a club bathroom on on Friday night. It's crazy.
Oh, no.
I was like body checking the thing. I thought I was gonna get kicked out. Anyway,
That's so funny, actually.
team
I
day.
can imagine you're like,
Wait, do you
imagine
remember?
sarcastic.
walking into a club
Sorry.
bathroom and some guy's trying to break out of the bathroom.
Do you
I was like
remember
screaming.
Landon?
I was
Yeah.
shouting.
Do you remember Calix got locked in the Nando's bathroom that Landon did
Yes.
after the event and had to like was like messaging us in Discord to come and help him. We were on like the other side of the city. We were like, no, we're not. Just call. He had to like scream for help because the bathroom door was locked and he couldn't get out or something. In like a random Nando's in Ilford.
Okay, you know what? I will agree with you on Core. Just Vibes is the worst name that's ever been
That's-
made, I
That's
think.
so bad. It's
I
such a
don't
bad-
think it's
That is bad.
so. I said this. I think Better Late Than Pregnant is a worse name, but it's more interesting than Just Vibes. Just Vibes
love
is
that
not
name.
as bad,
No,
but it's
I
more
think Better Late
boring.
Than Pregnant is. I assume they made that name late, right? That's probably why it's that name.
I don't
That
think
goes up
they
in my
did.
list. If they were
I
like the
don't think
first
so.
people to say the name, then fine.
I mean, Will would probably love this, but they had Augie on their team who was like 12, so I was like, that name was also just inappropriate for a 12-year-old. But
Who?
that
Why would I
Not
love that?
bad.
What do you mean?
nothing, Your Honor. The evidence speaks for
Is
itself.
this going to be the new thing? Okay, I'll play
It might be, unfortunately. This might be the new thing.
Hide your kids.
Yeah. Especially if your kid sounds like a 40-year-old smoker.
P. Diddlers was also bad.
P. Diddlers was really bad. That team was funny, but holy shit, that name was so bad.
Weren't they like the
So
one
she-
team that was worse than us?
Yeah, until they weren't. Until
Yeah,
they
that's
were like,
fine.
you know what? We're actually demons in playoffs and knocked out China United, which is very funny.
But yeah, I do think China United should be going down. Like it's the stock.
I
should be going
honestly-
down for China United.
I had no idea they even I assumed they were in the same tier, but I kind of just like vibe checked them a new
Yeah.
time every
4
single
to
season.
7, they've been the same. But then season 3 they went up, and season 2 I don't even see it. So I don't know when they started doing.
Did see season 3 they went up though because it was China United up the arse. That's funny. Sorry, that's kind of funny because Drums is an
Not better.
Arsenal fan.
3 was also the
China-
first one.
Why is there a team
I
called Scone to
think
shit?
Yeah,
Oh my
that
God,
got
real.
good.
I
That
also
was-
don't get how you guys are rating the puns, right? Because there's so many pun names, and some of them are really low, and some of them are really high. I like what.
Is the pun
There's no
funny?
consistency.
How is
'Cause
Cardboard Cowboys higher than Backboard Bang Bros?
That is also a great
the-
question. Why is Cardboard
I
Cowboys
don't think it's as
not
bad.
an E?
Carball Cowboys is not E tier. You're telling me Carball Cowboys is on the same level as
It's hard.
Just
It's hard
Vibes?
to say. No
Better
one's
late
right
than
the first
pregnant.
time,
You are
It
taking
should
the piss.
definitely be D tier. Cardboard Cowboys.
Mate, I
is
could
fucking boring.
understand an argument for a D tier. I would allow a D tier. I think that could be C or D. But E
Do you
tier,
think- you
hell no.
think
It is no way.
Snapped, crackled, and popped. Who made that?
That was Princey.
What
That's
is-
a Princey name.
That was quite bad.
That was
There's
pretty
somebody
bad.
here
that?
that are kind of
The
pushing
only thing
bounds.
it has going for it is the first letters match their names, but it was pretty boring. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow,
that
that's
was,
like
you know what that is? that is a
year
classic
4 level
Princey name.
creatively, bro.
That is
Can
a
I
classic
ask-
Princey name, man.
Can I ask how did good rice, good curry, good Gandhi, let's hurry make it past the Discord chat? Who let that one out?
That's car
That's
parts,
car parts.
Your Honor, I am washing my hands of this. I became involved in the teams on season 4 onwards. That shit, better late than pregnant, Harambe, and good Gandhi, good
I
curry.
feel
That
like
was before my fucking
you can
time.
tell
man.
it's on a very diverse league, man. Like
That-
you know, that is
That was
crazy.
before my time.
If our initial name stood, would it be an S tier?
What was your
Was it
initial name?
No, absolutely not. Your initial name was
disappointed. I
You do
think we
not
should
disclose your
allow.
initial
I think we should allow more hate to other players in the league from names. That's what I think.
I
think
I
I think you should let
actually
that free.
I would allow it. However, I think it would need the caveat of you need to DM your name to one of me, Princey, or Drums, and get it like clear, like the fucking TSA before the airport. Like, no, this shit is not flying, sort of vibe. And
Drums would have accepted it. I think. Drums. Would
I
have
feel like
accepted it.
Drums would. I feel like Princey
You're
would
just
be
like
the
the
hardest to get
strict
past.
parent.
Drums.
Yeah.
I think Drums would be harder to get past than me.
I don't know.
Because Drums would be too scared to like make any waves. I feel like so he might just veto it because of that.
If that was the case,
For-
I would lobby and make a campaign for every single team name to be about the same person. Just like fucking only shitting on Junior or something.
It's just like horrifically bully one person for it.
Exactly.
Who would it be? And do not say Chupo. I know you're gonna say Chupo, but who would it be?
I'm gonna say Junior. I mean, fuck that guy.
That was my
We'll
second
tag.
choice.
We'll tag.
Can we get like a
Yeah.
podcast going on that whole Cybertruck business?
Oh my god, stop.
Oh, well, the
that,
Nazi
that
thing.
went on for way
I think
too long.
that'd be content.
That went
Who's
on
down
for
for
way
that
too
in the-
long.
in the
I can't lie. The entire time I was reading that, all I wanted to do was just type to Chupo. Like, sounds like something a Nazi would say. Every single message. That's all I could think of about replying. But you know what? I'm a bigger man.
You said it now.
I love you. I love you for not typing that because there are too many people that typed something that did not need to be fucking said, or just repeated what someone else said and just sent it in. They were like, "Yeah, I've done my bit." In the fucking
I loved
Twitch
it.
channel, no less.
Yeah.
I was like refreshing that shit, like when I woke up to see if anyone new posted
It's-
it.
It was just nothing was even being
Don't
said or
think of
happening. It was so
No.
boring. After the first like 20 messages, it was so dead.
Yet again, fake drama. I miss Clued 9
Fake.
drama.
Clue 9 drama was real. They were villains, man.
Wait, what did they do again?
Staub kinda lied about his rank and then was like way
Oh, I
better than
remember
he should have
that.
been. But it's
Yeah.
okay because me, Tim, and Onoz dispatched those motherfuckers in Game 7 of the semi-finals. On
What weird
on
team.
God, I was not losing to those guys. And then I think the even better drama does was when it was you, me, and Jekko, and I was on the Steam Deck in Sweden, and I DC'd in the Game 5 against like Louis, Lofty, and someone else.
Yeah.
And you remember we had kind of settled it. We were like, "Oh, it happens. We'll move on." And then Lofty said some dumb shit, pissed me off, and I had to go at him. And then he went silent for the rest of the league and did not come back the next season.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that got like because the Clued 9 thing was like in text chat. Sorry,
Yeah,
this all transpired in voice chat, and you could just like, oh, you could
Yeah.
feel the hostile atmosphere.
but he said such a. I forget exactly what he said, but it was so fun. Even
I have
you and
no
Jekko
idea
were
what
like,
he
"Yeah,
said.
no, that was dumb as shit." And then Addy instigated afterwards. It died down after a few minutes in DC, and then Addy started up in text chat, who was our like quote unquote coach as
coach,
a joke
yeah.
for that season. Who came into text chat and started
Coach.
shit talking them.
Coach is
Our
hilarious.
coach who turned up to
It was
maybe
our
two
mental
of our
coach
20
with
series.
absolutely
that-
no mental.
Our
I
mental
think-
coach who is possibly one of the worst mentals in the league.
He's got
Mental
terrible
coach.
mental.
That was funny. That was such a bad season. Holy shit.
Quick
We
question:
sucked.
Are we still live, by the way?
We are still live.
Yeah.
Are we on? Is this the interview?
This is still the
Yeah,
interview,
sure.
yes.
It was better than the
interview.
last
Not what
interview.
you
Though.
want,
Fuck me,
man.
that was bad.
Real. This is
Nathan's
the
in
first
chat.
movie.
Will, Nathan's in chat. Nathan, say hi right now.
You're weird, bro. You say I'm weird. You're like getting a boner as soon as you see him.
We haven't played threes with Nathan in like 6 months, and honestly, I'm getting withdrawals. I miss that. I miss him. I miss him so much.
What a guy.
Yeah.
My tier one.
Hey, it's me.
Hi, Nathan.
Hey.
This guy is so lying. I see no Nathan in chat.
Yeah, like
This guy's a fucking liar.
No, he's in the viewer thing.
Viewers.
Look in the viewer list.
Why? I was
List.
gonna say, what?
Viewer
I just
list.
have a question.
Confusing.
Why are you looking at the viewer
You're
list?
weird, bro. You're weird.
Obsessive ass.
Oh my god, he is.
Oh my god, he
He's,
is.
and he's listening as well. That is so weird.
Look at that. Hell yeah. I wanted to see how many people were bots in here, because like, why are 13 people listening to us talk about how
I
cheap
can't believe you
We
exposed
should start a
Nathan like
podcast.
that.
I knew it.
Should we? A CaSRLL podcast. Wow.
I was a lot
I
97
actually
still
couldn't
getting
think of
60
anything less
views.
interesting.
The CaSRLL podcast, that is just like your average CaSRLL cast, though, to be fair. Let's be honest. We're not watching the fucking gameplay anyway. It's just yapping.
It's true.
Because,
We were talking about how
Yeah.
walking's a hobby.
yeah. Tim was
I
just getting
think
like
walking is a
Tim was
hobby.
just getting hated by Speech and chat. Speech was just
Yeah.
Speech saw that there was like 100 people in his gym. He's like, I'm gonna take this out on Tim. What? Fuck you for walking, buddy.
By the way, guys, did you know that Will goes to the gym?
No way.
No way.
I heard this guy is
Listen to me,
shredded.
of course I do. I'm so fucking massive.
He's fucking massive.
No.
When's your new video coming out, Will? Get some ad time into our podcast at least.
Guys, the
Will-
next game is starting in 0 minutes.
Oh, you're an asshole.
Log
There is-
in.
the next game started half an hour ago.
What?
They moved it forward half an hour.
There's
Well-
no.
Is anyone streaming?
I think it's over.
Shogun was
Yeah,
streaming it, but I assume it's
Shogun
over.
won. It's done.
It already
Should we get rate him? Should we
It's
get
a quick
I was
3-0.
gonna say I was gonna suggest raiding him, but it's already over. So like, oh well, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, but
I
he
can
won.
rate
He should
Dmox.
raid.
He's streaming.
Oh, true, raid Demox.
I don't like Irish.
Do you want me to do it? Yeah, well, we don't like you either, little bro. Okay.
As long as
fuck
you're, I mean, I can't do it because I'm not signed in on the
Okay,
podcast.
I'll
I
do
don't
it.
mind Northern Irish though.
They're pretty good at golf, I
Just
hear.
the
Those
Southern
guys.
Irish.
The Southern Irish.
Master Shelby.
There's no way. This guy has said like 10 words his entire VC and he fucked it up. Stay quiet, buddy. It's over for
He
you.
sounds dejected.
I'll get back to you in another episode,
Are you still sick?
yeah.
Okay,
I
one
know a little bit.
question. One last question. Four.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the best name of all time is?
Oh,
Best team name.
fuck.
Well, you have a choice of 6, mate, so it should be that
Yeah,
one.
but it's
you've already
between
made
like
the
two.
list.
It's between like 2 or 3 of them, and also between in my mind if I pick one of my own, what's the sort of hate I'm gonna get in this?
I have one in my head. I have one in my
I
head.
wouldn't pick any of the top 6.
I would.
I
For me,
think
it's
any of
between
the top six
Princey
are
said there's
in
no
my-
character limit or Div of our parts. One, because the Princey said there's no character limit was very creative, and Div of our parts, when I tell you that broke Drums' spreadsheet for like 3 months, he denied it. But when I got access, when I got made pink name and I got access to the mod chat, I scrolled up. It ruined his life for months. It was so good. And also the fact that that was some of our parts, and then when I left the team, it became Div of our parts, thanks to Kentry. That was actually a really good,
Oh,
good
it's an
idea.
Excel joke.
Yeah, it broke the CaSRLL spreadsheet because you couldn't enter it in. It would like try and do a formula.
That's crazy.
So
I do think that's a good name, but I also don't think that's the best name on here.
What's the best one then? You have 5 seconds before the raid starts. Go.
I like late and pregnant.
Yeah. Okay. And we're starting the raid. The raid is gone.
Just
Bye,
vibes.
guys. This
Bye,
chat is
guys.
gone. I've heard enough, man.
Honestly, if we're being real, all 3 of my names should be an S tier,
Oh,
and you
shut
only
the fuck
you only
up,
don't
man.
put mine in there, Core, because you know that I'll complain about it, right? That's the only reason.
You are the biggest narcissist Discord has ever seen. The way you looked at a spreadsheet of like 100 people and you were like, yeah, so this whole tier list is
It's
about,
all about
you
me.
to play mental games on me. You need to grow up.
I'm hearing a lot of words there. None of them sound like you didn't do that, right? A lot of reasoning.